scrappy friends, welcome back to my channel. We've just had an unexpected, or a not supposed to have been, rehearsal intro video because I forgot to hit record. I usually start my glasses on so I can see, and I didn't, and oops. Okay, so today we've got 52 weeks of 52 favourite photos of everyday life. Week 18 and week 19. Week 18 we're going to use 30 days of sketches. Sketch day 2 from Katie Scott from Scrappy Sisters, and day 3 is Valerie, I can't see her name from here, it's too far, but it's at Scrappy_librarian. And so yeah, 52 weeks. Week 18 we're using Playful from DLS Design. Week 19 we're using a collection from a brand new UK company. It's their first collection, and I'll show you that when we get to week 19. So yeah, 52 weeks, 52 favourite photos, 30 day sketches. I'll have 2 playlists in the description for you, and a link to the 30 day sketches Facebook group. Before we get scrapping, if you're not already a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button, and also a notification bell so you know when I post a video. I try to post Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, sometimes goes off course. It's been Monday, Thursday recently. But yeah, if you hit that notification bell, you'll know whenever I post something. And if you do enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like. Let me know in the comments what you've enjoyed. And if you're not sure what to say, just pop an emoji for the sake of engagement. That all out the way, let's get scrapping. Okay, so we have sketch 2 with week 18. So we're going to start out with so this sketch, so it's 12 by 12, and this is my 52 weeks album, so we're doing 6 by 8, and we've got 2 photos there. I have done them this way round, one because like the photos fit together well that way, and also secondly because I've stuck the picture of a little man over a photo of another child in the class that isn't one of ours. So there we go. I've took this sheet out of the 6 by 8 paper pack, and I've used broken china with a bit of water, distress oxide, and braided that onto the background. And then when it's dried, I've decided I want to trim the paper down and mat it onto a piece of the blue. So I'm just taking 1/8 of an inch all the way around off, so that'll leave this being 5 3/4 by 7 3/4 to then be stuck onto a 6 by 8 background. Not too precious about gutting the 6 by 8 background piece because there's quite a few different sheets in the essentials pack that coordinate with this collection. I've then decided the embellishments from the DLS Designs Playful don't really go with the photos, so I've grabbed this old crepe paper collection called Cool Kids that I still have, and I'm going to pull the embellishments from here. So it's lots of different shades of blue that I use, and then some of the black embellishments as well. And week 18 ends up being my subtitle rather than just the title for the page this time. So I am using wet glue to stick the stickers down because they are older stickers, so I don't have much confidence in them staying for long if I don't use a bit of wet glue on them. Now getting the puffy alphas from the DLS Design collection for my week 18 title, so that I can then plan where everything else is going to work around that. So this big black piece with the silver writing on, I then decided, you know what, I'm going to have a journaling spot on this one. I'm going to have to use like a slick writer if I've still got one. I might still have one somewhere, or a Sharpie, just to do my journaling on that spot. I've then, so we were, little man and I are pirates there. O had a fall, so little O had a bit of a fall and a nosebleed, so we spent much of the class sat in little man's pram pushchair, and came to life when the bubbles came out. So I've just got a picture of him playing with in the bubbles, but it's myself and a little man dressed as pirates. So we've got Make Believe, ends up being the main title for this one. My week 18, as I said, is kind of like more of a subtitle. So going through more of the stickers and also the little silver shimmery dots that are in the embellishment pack. I did that hooray banner, but decided I needed something else layered with that. It didn't look quite right, so I've done this black and white label, which brings that black into a third spot on the page. And I do end up, when I stick this down, I've stuck it a little high, so it does end up with that label getting moved down a little bit as well. And yeah, just adding a little bit of wet glue to everything, with it being such old stickers. So coming in with the shimmer dots now, and just adding a spot of wet glue around, again, old stickers, I want to make sure they stick, so just little dots of wet glue and popping that around, and I think that's then done. I will see you in the next part. Okay, so we have sketch 2 with week 18. So we're going to start out with so this sketch, so it's 12 by 12, and this is my 52 weeks album, so we're doing 6 by 8, and we've got 2 photos there. I mentioned in my intro video about using a brand new collection from a new UK company. They're called Alchemy Hearts. I bought this from Twilight Crafts. I'm just going through the papers. I absolutely love this. It is just an A4 paper pack, but lots of lovely things you can cut apart. I do decide it doesn't quite fit with the photo, so I am going to use that for a later layout, not one for this video. So instead, because of the bright suns that we are, or sunflowers that we are, I have changed my mind and I've pulled out Pretty Little Studio Love Is Kind, and I'll be using those bright papers with this instead. So here you can see it's got on this sketch there are the 3 diamonds and the 2 squares. This piece of paper there, that 12 by 12 piece with the 6 banner pieces, kind of makes me think of that sketch as well, in how like linear the pieces are, and I do change up, so absolutely inspired by the sketch, but because I've got 3 photos, I do end up with this being more of a grid than the sketch, but I do hope you can see the inspiration still as my starting point within the finished layout. So I've got these 3 photos, so there's me and my sister, bottom left, little man bottom right, and little O top right, and yeah, we're just enjoying being sunshines. So I do get these tags out for layers on the photos, and I actually end up using yellow on all 3 photos. I then need a 4th tag for a journaling spot, so I do actually end up getting, the great thing about Pretty Little Studio packaging is that the card that comes in the packs of embellishments, etc., it's usable card as well. So I had gone through those layers, the packs, just to see if there was a yellow one. Couldn't see one, so I've ended up using this scrap from the other day, and I've just cut it to more or less same size as the other tag, popped a hole in, and I do get the whole reinforcer punch out and just punch a bit of Daffodil Delight from Stampin' Up! For the hole on the tag, so it's got that other shade of yellow like on the main tags from the pack. I do actually, one of the other tags doesn't like have a reinforcer around it, this one, so I do add one there as well. Just added a piece of 12 by 12 background paper onto my mat just to reduce the glare from my light. I do change this out in a bit to one that isn't a white base, so that the tags stand out, or my 6 by 8 page stands out a little bit more against it. So yeah, 6 by 8 page because it is for the 52 weeks album. So just going to stick this down. I faff with this a lot to get them in just the right place. I really need to embrace the wonk and just go with that'll do instead of having to have everything so exact. But yeah, I do get a little OTT on making sure this is exactly where I'm happy with it. So I want it an eighth of an inch each way from centre. So the tags are a quarter of an inch apart, and it's an eighth of an inch from the horizontal and vertical centres. Just popping, weighing that thread down there just to get it to stick to a little spot of glue to make sure that that loop of thread that is sticky up a bit is actually staying stuck to the paper. I don't want it getting caught on something when it's in the album. I'm not sure if this page is going in a page protector or onto one of my flip-flap pages. You'll see what I mean when I walk you through the updated album in a couple of weeks. So there we go, that's the photos down. I'm just going to pop week 19 on the bottom of the tag that's going to end up being my journaling tag. I think what I'm probably going to do is type the journaling on vellum and do strips of vellum for my journaling there. Okay, changed out the paper to one with a colourful base, so the 6x8 page stands out more so you can see what I'm doing. And I am just adding some of the stickers from the embellishments from this Pretty Little Studio collection. Loving this collection. It's so bright, so it's just so pretty. I just love it. So adding border strips there, a tag, just popping another border strip on, and then I think a finish off. Oh, there's the hearts border as well on the bottom of the picture of me and my sister. Add some word stickers on top of that, and then I think I just dot some stars around, and then we are done. So I'll have again close-ups at the end for you, as there was between part 1 and part 2. And yeah, don't forget to check out the playlists and the 30 Day Sketches Facebook group. Have a great day. Take care. Bye bye. Just like the photos fit together well that way. And also, secondly, because I've stuck the picture of a little man over a photo of another child in the class that isn't one of ours. So there we go. I've took this sheet out of the 6x8 paper pack, and I've used